I often get asked how I ended up investigating Russian intelligence operations, and it may seem like I've done that all my life, but no. I started as a journalist when I was a teenager. I studied journalism and mass communications, but then my life took me into completely different directions. I was running commercial media enterprises around Europe and in Russia in particular in the 90s and early 2000s. And that would have been the rest of my life had I not had the opportunity in 2013 and 14 to watch the invasion by Russia of Ukraine.
A full-scale invasion by those Russian forces massing along Ukraine's border. Almost 9,000 troops, along with tanks and artillery, raising fears that Russia wants to go beyond Crimea and invade eastern Ukraine.
And at that time I had some time on my hands, so I started blogging, mostly about the weaponization of information. Information has always been my domain. I've worked with media all my life, so it was interesting to watch how Russia was weaponizing its own media and the Ukrainian media in order to brainwash a whole neighboring country and to try to make it feel as if the problem in Ukraine is purely domestic and Russia has nothing to do with it. So I started focusing on the disinformation that I could see. And something happened in 2014 that actually made me focus more on intelligence operations, which was the shoot-down of Malaysian Airlines MH17 in July 2014. And I discovered that actually you can use a lot of open source information to track down the perpetrators of a crime. And in that particular case, that crime led to Russian intelligence services. And that obviously was a shock to me because I thought intelligence services are very secretive. You cannot discover ever what they do. I found out you could. And obviously that was an adrenaline-raising discovery, and I started looking more in that direction. About a year later, I reached out to a Russian colleague, Roman Dobrohotov, because I found out we worked on the same topic, which was a coup in Montenegro, and that led us to a whole pathway of discovery of other intelligence operations, probably by now number more than 100 over the next 10 years. So that's how I ended up locked in this direction, which is completely different than what I was doing before that.